Hi and welcome to Data 7 Embroidery Products. Today I'm going to show you how to digitize this complete design and broken down into 3 stages. So starting with the background, which will be a seeding stitch, then the edging, which will be a column stitch shown here in green, and then the letters inside the design, A, B and C. So the first thing I'm going to do is load the image that I've created. I can scan directly from a scanner, but it's an image I've created digitally, and I have enhanced it to make it easier for me to digitize. You can see I've broken it down into overlap sections, angles of seeding stitches, and points where I want to drop condensed stitch points in order to create curves. And also I've numbered the sections to help me digitize in a particular order so the design runs as smooth and as efficiently as possible. If it's an image you're scanning, you can, or you've downloaded from the internet, you can actually print it out, draw on the image, scan it in and load it into your EDS. It just makes it easier to digitize over the top. So okay, I'm going to click the digitize button, choose my first color, which it just happens to be blue as well. In fact, no, I'll go with a lighter blue. I can change them all later to match the design, just so I can see the colour over the actual image colour. So it's made the image fit to the screen for me automatically to make it easier to digitize, and it's asking me to mark the origin of the design. Okay, so point 1 or step 1 is the seeding, which is the blue background, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay down some underlay stitches, which helps stabilize the material before the seeding or fill stitch goes over the top. You can put as many or as few as you wish here, it's really down to your preference, but as you experiment you'll see what holds the material stable. I don't need to put stitches, drop stitches in between, as I'm clicking the left mouse button to lay down these underlay stitches. The fixed stitch length will drop stitches every, in my case, 30 points or 3 mm apart. This is done automatically. Okay, so now I'm going to insert a predetermined fill, which is fill A, which is 30 points or 3 mm stitch length apart with a density of around 4.2, 4.5. If you've viewed my previous videos about column densities, fill stitches, fills and columns, you'll understand what that is. If you've not watched it, I urge you to watch it. It'll tell you more about the predefined fills A and B. Okay, so you'll see the little line, the enhancement to the image I've put there. That is to help me decide and digitize, not decide, digitize which angle, what the angle of the fill seeding stitch is. So this is about a 45-degree angle filling this way. So I'm going to start here underneath the green edging and end at the bottom right. So I'm going to click fill A. I'm going to put a point here and here. You can see that it's parallel to the helper line I've already created. I'm now going to put these were the left mouse buttons, stitch point ones. I'm now going to use the right mouse button to define the right hand side edge of this complex fill. So here, here here down to the bottom right hand corner, and then I'm going to use the left mouse button again. That defines the exit point of the fill, so it'll attempt to calculate stitches from the top left hand corner to the bottom right. And now I'm going to again define the left hand side of the fill, following this edge around. The more points you put in, the more accurate it will be. They are right mouse button clicks. Now I'm going to end the fill with a left mouse button click close to the start point, which should then calculate and produce the fill I want at the angle I want, which is this 45-degree angle here. That concludes step 1 of our ABC design, which is loading the image and digitizing the background. Part 2 and part 3 is in our YouTube channel.